If you're looking to enter the world of entrepreneurship and you think acquiring an existing business is the way to go, which I believe it is for a lot of people, I want to share some great tips on how to buy a business in the state of Florida. And I'm going to share some stuff out there. We have QR codes throughout this. I'm going to make this kind of quick, but you can always visit us, our website at lvgadvisors.com and look for our information. We have a lot more information and tips and insights. So I'm going to just go over some of the ideas that I think are useful to individuals looking to acquire a business. Again, you can see the QR codes periodically through this quick thing, and you can use them. This will take us right to our guide on how to acquire a great business in the state of Florida. So a couple things that I want to encourage you is to trying to stay ahead of people looking for businesses. The businesses that go to the marketplace can sometimes go very quickly, although in reality, the research shows that businesses take about 9 months to sell, and that means there are some that are on the average that are 2 years and some that go in 2 weeks. But in general, they take a bit of a time. But being ahead of the curve and having the tools that let you fight through the marketplace are going to be totally useful. We have 3 different things that I think are kind of useful for business owners. Start off the very, very beginning. One of them is to look at SBA pre-qualified businesses. Even if you're coming from another country and you couldn't ever possibly qualify for an SBA loan, looking at the businesses that are so good that the banks have said, yeah, this seems like the type of business we would give a loan for, is a great way to start. The other thing is just go right to the entire marketplace, and we have a link for that, which we'll share more with you later on. But real quick, if you want to write it down, grab a pen. If you're taking notes, it's BuyBizFL.com, BuyBizFL.com, and that'll show you a couple thousand businesses for sale in the state of marketplace. And that's part of our community of business brokers of Florida. We work together. We're the only place that I know of on the planet Earth that has a cooperating business brokering organization, and you have a lot of information. And then thirdly, I'm going to give you the link for the Be the First to Know, where you can put in the criteria that you would like to see based on industries, geography, earnings, down payments, some other criteria as well. And every Monday you'll get a list of anything that's new or updated that meet your criteria. So let's go for the first one. Again, here's a link, and this will go right to SBA pre-qualified businesses, a good place to start looking. And it's wonderful because even if you're not using the SBA, that gives you, as I've said before, some of the best businesses on the marketplace. Now, in reality, there's probably some in there that as the bank looks at the records and the updates and maybe things are changing, they might not make it. And there's probably in the other group, the people that aren't on this list, there are most likely businesses that will eventually get to that point, but some work has been done. But this is that first blush and a great way to start. It's like having a really great fishing hole that only a few people go fish at versus looking at the main link or the internet ones that are out there, BizQuest, etc., where everybody's looking at these things and it's all chaos and confusion. This is very, very clear. Usually they have good books and records. So, take a moment if you want to scan that QR code. And now I'm going to go to the second one. This is the website that goes to businesses in the state of Florida, and there'll be a couple thousand. They tend to be more detailed and organized, and you'll have more information than you generally get through some of the public websites. You're welcome to use this code, check out things, and again, you can go directly to BuyBizFL.com, but you can also use the QR code to take you right there, and that'll give you a more general perspective. You might not need a SBA pre-qualified business. I'm going to go back one more time and say something great about the SBA is that if you do qualify and the business qualifies, you can get in for as little as 10% down, and that's amazing. So more to share. The third thing I want to show is a Be First to Know. And again, you can scan this code, and this is where you could enter data and saying, here's the criteria of what I am looking for. And every Monday, you should get a link if there's something new that meets your criteria, or if there's something that's been updated that meets your criteria. So it's a really great way to go. I'll leave that QR code up there for a moment as well. Again, this is something I'm just trying to keep short, sweet, simple, and organized. Okay, I'm moving on. So One of the things that's important to do when you decide to acquire a business is to build the right acquisition team. Besides having a great business intermediary or a certified business intermediary at Legacy, and that means we've gone through the training that the International Business Brokers Association puts us through, that has experience, closed deals, and a lot of knowledge. Every year I invest thousands of dollars and go to at least one, if not multiple conferences to try and improve the skills so I can share more with my team as well as with the buyers and sellers of businesses. Anyway, you want to have a good set of team members when it comes to accounting and attorneys and maybe 1031 exchange people, all these different people that can help you through the process of getting your business. That being said, you can also, if you qualify for SBA loan, if you're not sure if you qualify for an SBA loan, reach out to SBA lenders. And on our website, we have a list of accountants, attorneys, SBA lenders that are really amazing and very dedicated to our industry. So that link right there will take you to SBA lenders. You can look at this, scan the code as well, and I'm very proud of these three things. Discover what your business is worth, or in your case, what a business might be worth. There's a tool in there for that, and you can always get an evaluation. If you are going through the SBA, don't spend a whole lot of money on getting a valuation early on, because it will be required through the SBA program to get an independent valuation for that. One of the organizations I'm really proud of is the Business Transition Council, and that's an organization of well over 50 different people that handle all kinds of different elements of the business. So if you are looking to acquire an existing business, you say, you know, this thing is kind of good, but it needs a lot of help, which many of them do, because the world has shifted and the baby boomers and the generation just before them are maybe not as in tune to all the new nuances in the industry of marketing and tools and apps and SEO and GEO and CRMs, etc. This is a really great organization to go to. So BTC, so you can scan that and see all the different people. I should be on there. I hope I'm on there. I'm very involved in that organization. And then I mentioned attorneys, and I find that people that have attorneys that are really tuned into business, sales, and transition are going to help you out a lot. Okay, we're almost done out there. The last slide. I just want to sort of say stay connected. Hopefully this was useful. You can see the link on the QR code to the Business Buyer Guide, and you're welcome to visit us at lvgadvisors.com. Thank you very much. Take care. Make great things happen. Live your dream. You won't find us telling people that you can buy businesses with no money down, or we're not the type of company that's really working on businesses where you keep your full-time job and get side hustles. That's all possible. This is all about some significant businesses that take some time, but you can also transform it into an amazing thing. Bye-bye.